So the final question I wanted to ask you, so I don't take too much of your Sunday afternoon up, is around Patch Patch UK. So you started that. You're the owner of Patch Patch UK and started that in April 2020. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, we started it in just at the beginning of the very first lockdown.
Yeah. So yeah. So and I mean I think what I've seen, like having I think started to talk to you quite probably July, August time, I think is when kind of I started talking to you and like for the patches for Chalking Fitness. But like when you started that up, I mean, did you see a need for like I mean patches, everyone loves patches, right? I know I do. I'm wearing my cap now, right? Was it specifically patches that you were interested in getting into, or was it more the kind of like the kind of exploring a business opportunity?
No, it was specifically patches really, because how it worked out was I worked with Rich and Sam, who own Wodsocks. They're really good friends of mine, and we help out with the vests and stuff like that. And it got really busy for them. On the first lockdown, it went literally crazy for people wanting to wear vests. And I don't know, it just got me thinking. I was actually looking myself for patches for my vest, and there wasn't many places to get them from, or it was hard, or you can get them from eBay and places like that, but then I don't know whether they're coming from China or wherever. I just thought it was like a little bit of a gap in the market really, where we could maybe start doing patches, because they have like embroidery facilities and stuff at the unit, so
okay, right.
Back and forth from there regularly. So that's where it all started really. So we got talking and got a bit of advice from Rich, because obviously he runs Wodsocks, but he also has a business called Ugly Duck Clothing, and they manufacture and do printing for clothing, and mainly gymnastics groups or like athletics, dance, that sort of thing, because they're doing like leotards and tracksuit. Obviously that's a bit quieter at the moment with there not being too many clubs back with all the lockdowns, but so we got talking about patches and got some design ideas, and then we kind of just run with it really. We didn't overthink it too much to start off with. We just kind of wanted to get our patches out there and make a name for ourselves, get a good following on Instagram and stuff, and make it fun and light-hearted really. Yeah. Like a little bit controversial on some of the patches, but
absolutely.
Some people might like ask, "Oh, do you want this one?" or "Could you do a patch with this on?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's a good idea." Or they'll make suggestions, and I'm like, "Oh, that actually be a good idea." Or we might see stuff. Everything's like a patch at the minute. We're like, "Oh, that'd be good on a patch." Or like we're walking around like that'd be good on a patch. But we've got one coming out later on, a Boris patch. quite a few people have asked for, but I'm not sure how it's going to go down. It could be a love-hate type of thing.
Yeah, well, that's the for everyone that loves it, there's probably one that like hates it or something. It's like regardless, right? And definitely they seem to have been really well received, and whether people have got weighted vests or just simply rucksacks with Velcro, right? People like to be able to individualize. And I know that lots of boxes or organizations have taken the opportunity to kind of customize as well, because it's a good way of helping build a community, say thank you to the community potentially. So, I think that's been a great addition to the UK community.
I think the main thing really is the custom patches, to be honest. That's what where we get most of our business.
Okay.
So we get, even during lockdown, I thought it would go a bit quieter this time, like especially at the beginning of the year, but like you said, there's quite a few people wanting to say like thank you to their members, or give them a patch to keep them going during lockdown and stuff like that. But the stock patches go well, but we do get quite a few people from like boxers, gymnastics groups, things like that, all over really, like army, military.
Yeah, brilliant. So the final question then I had based on this was like, you know, it's been fun. You know, you've obviously worked closely with guys from Wodsocks as well, so you know they were able to kind of like work with them. But if someone was in a position you were like nearly a year ago, thinking about starting a business, whether they have an idea or not, do you have like one top tip you'd give to someone who was looking at kind of trying to do something new? I mean, let's look at lockdown, people thinking about shifting careers slightly. Do you have any tip, like top tip that you'd give someone?
I think probably social media is the best place to get it going. If you work hard enough on there, trying to get a good following, get people sharing your products and commenting, then that's always a good start. It's like you see, there's loads of people now. I think I don't know about yours, but a lot of my feed is filled with people trying, like athletes trying to sell stuff, or you know what I mean, trying to promote things or promote products, especially the way things are going at the minute. But if you have an idea and it's something that you really want to do, then why not go for it?
Yeah. And I guess the good thing about social media is like you build that following, but it's also a good then sounding board to understand if there's a real desire from it from the market, right? So you know,
Yeah.
and social media is relatively free, right? You know, yeah, you might want to do sponsored ads potentially, but just to build that interest is just time. So okay, no, that's great. No, thanks for that.